Well, hi, everybody. I'm a little early on this, so we'll get started in a few minutes with the actual content. If you are online now and you can both see me and hear me, if you could put the number 3 in the chat, that would be awesome. People coming in right now, so if you can put the number 3 in the chat, if you can both see me and hear me, that'd be great. I'll be coughing a lot. My voice is not what it typically is, but cool. I see 3s. I see one guy with multiple 3s, but that's before I came online. Maybe you read my mind. Cool. All right, I see 3s. Awesome. All right, we'll get started in a few minutes. As people file, it takes about 4 or 5 minutes for people to file in for these live ones. I am I am getting over a cold. I've been sick off and on past 2.5 weeks. Long story. I did a YouTube video as to why. I'm still traveling right now, as you can tell, and don't have my usual level of energy today. But as they say in the biz, the show must go on. Because I haven't done a live thing in 2 weeks, 3 weeks since I was in Paraguay. Since then, I've been in Paraguay, Dubai, Boston, Portland, Oregon, and Phoenix. It's great. I'm in Phoenix now. I'll be in Mexico in 3 days. So there you go. Let's see here. Let me check a few things. Make sure. Also, I'm operating under one screen because I'm also in a semi-public area. I am in an enclosed office, but it's an open public office, so people could be walking in. We're like, hey, how's it going? We have people in the we're getting a year-round apartment here in Phoenix, Arizona. And right now, the pink firefly's there with the handyman setting everything up. So that wouldn't work. Me doing a live webinar with all that noise and fun stuff. Let's see here. Let me check a few other things as we're getting ready. Okay, that looks good. All right. Today, if you didn't know, we're going to talk about how to make 6 or 7 figures. That's literal as a content provider. I'll get into the content in a minute. Content provider, influencer, personality, brand, business, creator. There's lots of different terms for this. We'll get that in a second. Last night, or waiting, yesterday was my wife's and my, correct grammar, 5th wedding anniversary. So I kind of let her do what she wants that day. So we went and saw Barbie. Normally I wouldn't see that, but it's our anniversary, so a little more flexible. So all day I'm just thinking, come on, Barbie, let's go party. There you go. Barbie's one of those movies where you don't get these movies very often, where they're very woke and left-wing and destructive society, but they're also very well done, very well directed, very well acted, very well written. So the messaging just gets right into the subconscious. The last movie I saw like that was Frozen, where it's like, this is the most left-wing we've ever seen, and this is a really good movie. So people actually pay attention. Movies like other woke movies like Charlie's Angels, the Ghostbusters, those don't really make a hit on the zeitgeist because they're bad. But oh boy, this is going to make things worse. So to answer questions while people are filing in here, we'll start in about 3 more minutes. How to find a niche so you can sell a lot of products. Feel good, Caleb. Well, thank you. That's a very broad question, a very long answer. My problem is I can only sell one product for my niche. Oh, sell a lot of products. Oh, that's not true. I'm sure I could come up, you get in your niche, I could get 10 products and sell that niche right now. That's not true. 90-Day Business Builder is off to a great start so far. Cool, yes. We also started our next iteration of 90-Day Business Builder yesterday. It was awesome. Oh, no, yesterday? I'm losing track of the days. Yes, Saturday, right? Right. Yeah, it was on the meeting. Yeah. We got a really good group. And I'll talk about this maybe later. We're doing an encore registration of 90-Day Business Builder for beginning of September. Those of you who missed this want to get in because we have a few guys who missed it. Talk about that. Demeter is great, bigger than Barbie. Last voyage of the Demeters. Yeah. How many FBs are in your apartment right now? 17. Just one, my wife, my favorite FB. I'll be in Mexico for 6 weeks starting on Wednesday. Oh, finally. It's just the chaos the last 2.5 weeks. It's worth doing. It's worth doing personally. It's worth doing financially. It's worth doing. But boy, has it been a nightmare. Oh my God. Damn. We do a get recipe for our meeting next year. Yes, we definitely are. Absolutely. We're going to definitely do one for Armenia. We got one in Dubai. It's open now. And we'll definitely do 1 or 2 for Paraguay next year. Mexico, I'm not sure. I don't know if we'll do one for Mexico yet. It's kind of a mess, and not a lot of people want to do it. Americans are too scared of Mexico. So I don't know about Mexico. But the other ones, yes, absolutely. See, not only is my voice going and I'm coughing, I forgot to bring water. So we talked for the next hour or two with no water, with dry voice in Phoenix, Arizona. Awesome. All right, let's see here. We're live on both my YouTube channels, Facebook and Instagram. It'll be curious to see if we get more or less live people on a Sunday. Like, well, maybe we'll get more people. I said, actually, we'll probably get less people. It's a Sunday. So I don't know. We'll find out here. When I think about content creation, I think of it as art, not something profitable. How do you view it as a way of making money? Oh, that is exactly what we're going to talk about, bro. Exactly. Exactly what we're talking about. Super interesting, Caleb. But do you think it's too much to try this content career course same time 90 business? Not if you're doing that as your business. No. It is a perfect parallel. If it's completed with business, then I don't know. It's up to you. We're going to talk about exactly how to make money because that's the whole point of being a content creator. You read my mind. Trust me. You'll see. You'll see in a second. It's exactly what we're talking about. Let's see. I'm going to wait 2 more minutes and we'll get started. Come on, Barbie. Let's go party. Yeah. That whole movie I'm sitting there watching, I'm married to this woman. I'm married to Barbie. This was like Pink Firefly, the whole Pink Firefly, the movie. Like, I'm married to this person. This is I'm married to Barbie. Pink Firefly walked down the movie like, I want to live in Barbie land. I'm like, yeah, sure you do. Not because it's this left-wing feminist utopia, but more because, from her viewpoint, it's because of all these pretty girls who are all in this girly world, and they're all friends. They all like each other because the real world, pretty girls hate each other. But in the Barbie world, they all like each other. It's like, oh, that's so cool. They all like each other. It's so fun. I'm like, yeah, it's great. Great. Love it. Love to do. I don't really have certain talents. It's also suitable for me. Yes, that's the number one thing people might say. I don't know anything. I'm stupid. You do have a talent. I'll say what I've said 10,000 times. If I were to coach with you one-on-one, which I won't, unless you have $10,000 more, then and sit down with you for 2 hours with a clipboard, I can find at least 2 marketable skills that you have right now. So that's incorrect. Everyone has at least 2 marketable skills. Would you say that 90 Business Builder is the only way? Sorry, I can't read. Would also you say that 90 Business Builder only to help with consulting and service business or coaching? Yes. If someone already has written an ebook, how would you help with that? Would content creation be included? So no, 90 Business Builder is not about content creation. It's not. It's about building the business. So this is what I'm talking about today. It's very different than 90 Business Builder. This is focused purely on making money in one narrow area as a content creator. Also, the original Barbie does have big boobs. Like correct. Then we'll get started. Pink Firefly and I had a long discussion last night after seeing this movie about. During the movie, she keeps watching Margot Robbie. She's like, do you think she's hot? And I said, right here. Margot Robbie's really hot. Right here. Here down, she's got nothing. No. And Pink Firefly said, well, she has a bigger butt than me. Because Pink Firefly has a little butt. Margot Robbie has also a little butt, but a little bigger than Pink Firefly. I said, it's still microscopic. No. The Hollywood model is beautiful. Is Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman. Beautiful face, nothing here. Nothing. And that's what I've been shoved. That's what's been shoved down our throats for about 30 years. And she's like, well, maybe she likes that way. And, you get what you're born with. And I said, I'm not talking about her specifically. She's fine. I'm talking about what Hollywood pushes on men. Teeny tiny little girls with tiny boobs, no hips, tiny butt or no butt, and a really beautiful face. Now, some guys like that, but a lot of guys don't. Most guys don't. In the 80s, back in my day, when everything was perfect in the 80s, right? You had some women who were leading ladies in Hollywood with big tits, and some with small tits, and some with big asses, and some with small asses, some with long hair, some with short hair. So it appealed to a broad range of people. Starting in about the early 90s, it was just this Margot Robbie, Gal Gadot, model of pretty face and nothing here. All right. One of you is asking a very sexual question, and since this is a business topic, I'm going to have to keep it to business topics, so I'm sorry. All right, well, let's get ready here. let's get into the content here. Let me share my screen. Hang on, baby. I don't want that. I want this. No, I want that. No, I want this. This is what I want. Cool beans. All right. Hang on. Okay, you should see the slides now, right? Again, I only have one screen, so I have to can you guys let me know you see the Sovereign CEO slide? Make sure I'm not panicking, panic attack here. Normally I have two screens. I can share one, but this one I have to all on one laptop, on mobile again. Just say, yes, I see the slide. That'd be helpful. Let's see. Yeah, do you see the slide? Yes or no? Yes. Okay, cool. All right, let's get started. So I will do a field Q&A at the end. So if you have any questions during the session, go ahead and ask them, and then I will rewind the questions and address at the end. I will stay for as long as I have the energy to stay. Plus, we have movers and installers at the apartment. And so, unfortunately, if there's an emergency question, I'm going to be watching my phone. I'm going to say, hang on a second, and answer the question. Okay. The beauty of live content, right? And as I mentioned earlier, I'm getting over a cold. My voice is not where it is. I'll be coughing. I have no water. There you go. All right. Today, we're going to talk about something very specific, something I have never talked about before, something I may never talk about again. And I'll discuss that in a minute. I may never discuss this again. It depends on if you guys like this topic or not, if you guys consider this worthwhile in terms of something you're willing to spend money on or something you're willing to engage with me in. If not, that's fine. But this is, so this might be the only time I ever talk about this. Interestingly. This is how to make 6 or 7 figures. And I mean this literally now. I'll talk about literal numbers in a minute. 6 or 7 figures a year. That means over $100,000 a year or over $1 million a year, at least in gross revenue, as a content creator or as an influencer or as a personality-based branded business. There are a lot of different variations of this. You could be an Instagram influencer, you could be a YouTuber, you could be a blogger, you could be someone with a mailing list, you could have different modalities like I have. You can sell your own products, you sell other products, you can do endorsements, you can do affiliate, we'll cover all that, okay? So it's not relevant how you make the money as long as you are the actual face of the business. So this applies to you if, number one, if you are the brand. That'd be my example. I am the brand of, I have 2 online brands. I have Sovereign CEO and Alpha Male 2.0, and I am the brand, right? So that'd be me. Or maybe you aren't the brand, but maybe you're the face of the business. What's an example of that? Well, probably not the greatest example, but an example is Elon Musk. Elon Musk is not the brand of Tesla. Tesla is the brand, but he is the face of Tesla. So he is selling you a car, but he's the face of that brand. He's not the brand, but he's the face of the business. Make sense? So something like that. Or if you convey your content or want to convey your content, maybe you have a business yet, you want to start a business, via video, audio, or text. Okay. So it doesn't mean you have to be a YouTuber or a TikToker, or you can be a blogger. You can be someone who posts stuff on LinkedIn. There's a guy named Justin Welch I recommend a lot. He's making, I think, 7 figures on LinkedIn just with text, just with articles. You do that too. So it doesn't matter what modality you want to use or are using. Okay. By the way, before we get to me, this applies if you have your own business now on the internet, you just got started, you want to scale it, or you don't have a business like this yet and you want to start one. Okay. Either one of these. One of you is going crazy asking me about OnlyFans. You should not be discussing. I'm not going to answer those topics on this. This is a business live stream. All right. So why should you listen to me? Well, a few reasons. Number one, I got started. That's a typo. Sorry about that. So I did this while I was sick. So you might see typos in these slides. I started my content creative business in 2009 for exactly $29. I love these guys say, I can't start a business. I have no money. $29. That was it. It was a domain name and a service called Weebly. That was it. Okay. Started from scratch. I spent 0 money. I mean this, not a single dime on any ads or marketing of any kind for 4 years. The only time I started spending money on ads was I was already making 6 figures as a content creator. True stat. Okay. I was already making 6-figure income from the internet before I spent 1 penny on ads. So this is all organic traffic. Okay. I was making real money in less than 18 months. I don't know the exact number, but that's in less than a year and a half. I made several $1,000s right off the bat. and then it would drop back down. Within about a year and a half, I was making real money. I don't remember the dates, but I remember when my little business was making my house payment. I think my house payment back was $1,200. I'm like, wow, this thing's paying my house payment. Then it was paying all my bills. I was already making 6 figures or more as a consultant. So this was a side income for me. So I was making real money pretty damn quickly with no money spent as a content creator. Today, the annual revenue of both of my online brands, Alpha Male 2.0 and Sovereign CEO combined, is over $1 million a year. It's well over $1 million in gross revenue. Started from nothing. Okay. And that's the number as of now. Now, this is also as a part-time business. I have other companies. So I'm one of the few people that I know of. I mean, there's hardly any I know who can say they have an online branded business, start as a part-time business that does over $1 million a year. I know a lot of guys who make $1 million or more dollars a year online, but it's their whole life. It's their whole business. It's all they do. This is part-time. So I'm kind of good at this. And moreover, it's not something I did a long time ago, because I've seen guys like this. I've been teaching how to be an online content creator, and it's stuff they did 10 years ago. Well, 10 years ago is very different. I was successful 10 years ago, and I'm successful today. I change with the times. If you stuck with me for a long time in my audience, you know that I've changed my approach over time to match what's going on in the world. So I'm talking about what works then and what works right now in 2023, because I'm doing this right now. Cool? So this is something I know a little bit about. All right. As I have mentioned in my content before, most influencers, most online content providers who have a lot of people following them don't make shit for money. I personally know, in my personal life and in my business life both, lots of people who have millions of followers on Instagram, YouTube, what have you, TikTok, or at least hundreds of thousands, and they either make no money or they make a little. They make, 40,000 a year, 50,000 a year, something like that. It sucks because they're focused on followers and not income. Today we're talking about income. If you want, excuse me, you want someone to show you how to get 1 million followers on YouTube, I'm not your guy. I'm the opposite of your guy. If you want someone to show you to make a lot of money as a content provider, even if you don't have a lot of followers, I'm your guy. Because I'll talk about my numbers in a second. Okay? So it's very common. People assume, oh, wow, this girl has 3 million Instagram, or this guy has 2.6 Instagram followers, or 2.6 million YouTuber. He must be making shitloads. No, you would be shocked at how little these people are making. Conversely, I know people like me who have less than me. I know a guy who has 2,500 YouTube followers, makes $3 million a year online. 2,500 YouTube followers. It's not about followers, it's about the cash. So let me say that one more time. If you want some kind of course or help building a big audience of people, a lot of people watching you, but not giving you any money, I'm not your guy. If you want to make a lot of money online, I'm your guy, because that's what I do. That's what I'm good at. Okay. So let's compare this to me. So as of right now, this is August 2023. Okay. My biggest YouTube channel, I have 2 of them, has only 10K followers. I'm a loser on YouTube. Okay. My biggest Instagram channel right now, I have 3 of them, I believe. You have to do multiples because you get banned and stuff. Has 30K, 31K followers. That's my biggest channel. Matter of fact, we are moving away from that channel and building a different channel that has, I think, 2K, 3K. Okay. My biggest Twitter account that has been inactive for about 10 years. Not 10. I posted maybe 3 posts on Twitter in the last 8, 9 years. I stopped posting. Okay. I don't give a fuck about Twitter. Someday I'll go back, but not it. Okay? My biggest Twitter account, I have one that's 2,500 people, and my biggest one is 9,000 followers. And it's inactive. Okay. So if you look at those numbers and only those numbers, and you compare me to like people like, Andrew Tate or Mr. Beast, I'm a total loser on conventional social media. People go, this guy sucks. He's not making any money. Oh, really? Yet I'm doing over $1 million a year in revenue with that presence. Through those means and through other means, you don't see, like my mailing list and things like that. Okay. So again, the focus here is money, not followers, or at least both. I don't care about followers. I've said this many times. I don't give a fuck about. You know what I care about? How much money I make per month in my pocket. That's what I care about. I focus on that. That's why I'm a content creator. Makes sense? So here's how you do it. Not that tough. 3 secrets. Number 1, we'll go through each one right now. Number 1, treating it 100% as a business, not a hobby or a brag. We'll talk about that. Number 2, not copying your favorite people. The biggest mistake I see people make when they do this. It doesn't work. I'll show you why. Number 3, the correct brand, topic, and audience mix. Those 3 things: brand, topic, audience. Those 3 things need to be calibrated toward each other and correctly assembled. We'll talk about how to do that. Number 1, top of the list, treating it 100% as a business. So all these people focusing on getting followers, these are not business people. These are people who want attention. Attention is not money. Attention helps. It's not money. You say this again. I personally know a lot of people with millions of followers don't make shit for money. So they get attention to a degree. Plus, also really quick, doesn't account for the people who have millions or hundreds of thousands of followers, but no one's reading their shit. You look at the engagement's very low. So they bought their followers, or they had followers one time, they stopped posting content. And so just glance at their followers, looks like they're doing well. Okay. You must think of your platform as a business and nothing else. A business generates what? Profit. That's what a business does. It doesn't generate followers. Can you take a number of YouTube followers and pay your house payment or buy a Lamborghini? No, can't. Business makes profit. So a personality branded business is not a fun hobby. If you want to go on YouTube and make videos about computer games or Star Trek or makeup or whatever the fuck, or politics, come in a second. Great. You want to do it for fun because you love it? That's fine. No problem at all. It can be a fun hobby, but that's not a business. So you're not going to make any money with it. Okay. You don't want to treat it as a hobby, treat it as a business. A way to express yourself. I see a lot of people, they want to express themselves to the world. And I have this thing within me, I have to get out of me. And great. Go ahead and do that. You won't make any money. That is not what a business is. My business is not a means to express myself. I do express myself. But do I talk about literally anything I want to talk about on my content? No, I don't. There's plenty of things I would talk about. I would talk about Dungeons and Dragons. Am I going to talk about that? No, not. It's not a way to express myself. I'm here to make money. I'm here to design a business. I'm here to help you solve problems, to improve your condition and make money from that. It's called value for value. Right? It is also not a way to ego stroke or brag. I come out, as many of you know, I come out of the pickup artist world. And there are a lot of guys still to this day in the pickup artist realm, the pickup realm, the red pill realm. And you can kind of tell the reason they're doing the content is they're bragging about all the chicks they've banged or the cool house they live in. It's not a business. It's an ego stroke for themselves. You will notice in my content, I don't show you women. I don't show you fancy houses. I don't show you Lamborghinis. I don't show you me hanging out by a pool. I mean, I think I've once or twice. I don't show that stuff. I don't show you on private jets. Okay. I can show you a lot of these things. I can show you quite a bit I don't show you. Matter of fact, can't talk about it. We've had several discussions with my social media team about, Caleb, could you please show this? Like, no, I want it. It's not an ego stroke for me. I'm here to brag. I'm here to solve your problems because that's what a business does. Or a way to make change in the world. This would be you politically minded people, you people who are woke, or you're Trumpers and you're anti-woke, and you want to change the world and fight back and, fight back on the feminists. And okay, great. You're not going to make any money doing that. I'm sorry. You might get an audience and rile people up. But again, audience is not money. Okay. So I am not here. And when I was doing heavily in the Alpha Male 2.0 world, I'm going back to that world shortly. I would talk about how, look, Alpha Male 2.0, unlike a lot of other people in that space, is not a movement. I'm not here to save men. That's not, matter of fact, I've said, I don't care about 90% of men. 90% of men can go down with shit. I've said this. I believe it. This is a business. I'm here to solve a problem for a narrow niche and make money from it. Okay? So if you are focused on any one of these 4 things, you need to reorient or just forget about this as a business. This is a business. I'm here to make money. I'm not here as a hobby. I'm not here to express myself. I'm not here to brag. I'm not here to make political changes in the world. You can do those things outside of your business. Go ahead. But that's not what this business is for. Okay? It is only a way to create profit. Now, the only way you could create profit as a content provider, influencer, personality-based brand is one of 4 ways. I'm going to list all 4 ways here. They are in ascending order of goodness. So the first one is the worst one, then the second worst, then the best, then the absolute best, in my view. Okay, but they all work. You can use any of these. Number 1 is ad revenue. You can start a YouTube channel, pump out a bunch of videos that are politically correct and algorithm friendly, and you'll get YouTube ad revenue or, things like that. Hard, but you can do it. And you have to sell a single thing, just pump out videos. That's fine. Okay. Next one is ambassadorships or endorsements. You'll see a lot of like female Instagram influencers do this. The hot girls with the big boobs, and they'll sell a pair of boots or like clothing or lipstick, and they get endorsements from those companies. That's fine. That's another way of making money. Third way is affiliate marketing. That's where you market someone else's stuff. You gather a group of people, you gather an audience, they give them content of value, then you sell other people's stuff, you get a commission. You never have to design your own stuff. That's good. Last one is my favorite and the best, which is the most complicated, but it is the best. Selling your own stuff. This is what I do. Your own products, services, or information. Could be hard products, services, information, coaching, consulting, courses, programs, events, whatever. Hard product, anything you want. Services, business services, B2B, B2C services, doesn't matter. There are a lot of people killing it on LinkedIn, making B2C, doing B2C. Okay. Again, in my view, the last one is the best. This is the second best. Ambassadorship's the third best. Ad revenue is the fourth, a little worst, in my opinion. But they can all work. So you have to understand which of those four you're going to focus on. Pick one and get into it. And hit that 100%. That's how you make money. How are you going to make money? You need to know this in advance. Instead of just, I'm going to put some content, see what happens. I'm going to write an ebook and see what happens. No. What is your model? What is your business model, your profit model? Pick your profit engine and 100% focus on that and nothing else. You don't want to start a business and do your own stuff and affiliates and endorsements. No, pick one. Later, you can branch other things. I have 16, 17 different income streams, but I've been doing this for a while. You don't start with 17, you start with one. Get that rolling, then the second. We'll talk about this by business content. Okay. Number two, boys, this is a big one. Not copying your favorite people. This is a problem. Let me show you how this works. Now, I'm going to list, over the next few slides, I'm going to list several people's names of famous content providers and influencers many of you have heard of or know of. Okay? And they will all have something in common. So here's these four names right here. Alex Hormozi, Patrick Bet-David, Ty Lopez, Gary Vee. Okay? By the way, if you hate these people or love these people, this is not relevant to this conversation. These are all people who are making money online as content providers. So it doesn't matter if you like them or dislike them. Okay? What do these four guys have in common in terms of how did they get famous? How did Alex Hormozi, Patrick Bet-David, Ty Lopez, Gary Vee get famous? How did they do it? Now, if your answer is they produce really awesome content, maybe they do, but that's not how they got famous. How they get famous? They were very wealthy before they got famous, and they bought their fame. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not downing that. That's great. I love Alex Hormozi. I think it's fantastic. He's a blessing to the world, Alex Hormozi. However, Alex Hormozi was worth literally hundreds of millions of dollars before he first did his first podcast or first video. He was able to spend millions of dollars promoting his content, and he gave zero to a big number very quickly because he bought it. Ty Lopez, that famous here in my garage with my Lamborghini, that famous video, people think that was some organic thing that just blew up. No. He spent, I believe the number is $17 million in 1 month promoting that video. Do you have $17 million laying around so you can promote your videos and become famous on the internet? No, you don't. So these guys were already wealthy, at least to some degree, before their internet presence, and they just took several $100,000, whatever they spent, and bought the teams and bought the ads and bought the social media content. They just bought that stuff, bought the editors, and became famous. And that's fine. What I'm saying is, are you in that category? Are you worth hundreds of millions of dollars like Patrick Bet-David, where you can start a podcast and within just a few years start interviewing super famous people because you get famous like that? No. So if you were to copy what Alex Hormozi is doing or Ty Lopez has done, it's not going to work because you don't have that kind of income. Make sense? So those are an example of people who became famous by buying their fame. If you want and again, nothing wrong with that. I'm pro rich people. I'm a capitalist. I think it's great. I'm just saying it probably doesn't apply to you. Right? It doesn't apply to me. I don't have $17 million laying around. I could buy it, right? Okay. So I'm just saying don't copy these people because you're in that category. So what was I going to say? A pre-internet example of this is Paris Hilton. Paris Hilton was wealthy, born in wealth, and she used her wealth to become famous. She literally did that in the early 2000s. And then Kim Kardashian came along and perfected that model. But that's what Paris Hilton did. She's like, I have all this money. I'm going to be famous. And so I'm going to buy publicists and, I don't know what she did, but she followed that offline model. Okay, now let's do some other names here. These 4 people: Sam Ovens, Alex Becker. Those who know that, it's Andrew Tate, Alex Jones. More famous guys who make money or have made money online as content creators. How did these people get famous? You know how these guys got famous? An overwhelmingly unique, over-the-top personality. Kind of like what I have. So these guys had a very unique, in their own way, overwhelming in their own ways. I'm not saying they all behave the same. Sam Ovens acts very differently than Alex Jones. He has a very distinct personality that comes across. And so these guys got famous more or less on the strength of their overwhelming personalities. Similar to me. Are you like me? Are you like Andrew Tate? Is that who you are? Maybe some of you are, most of you aren't. So that means you can't copy Alex Becker because you're not Alex Becker. In fact, Alex Becker did a whole video on this. He's like, hey man, you're not Sam Ovens. You're not me. Sorry. He's right. So what you need to do is get famous, or not famous, profitable. We don't care about being famous unless you want to. Profitable using your own personality. You don't clone any of these people because you're not these people. I mean, good example is Andrew Henderson of Know My Campus and me. Would it be funny if I started acting like Andrew Henderson? It wouldn't make any sense. We have a totally different personality. Makes sense? So for me to copy Andrew Henderson wouldn't make any sense, right? I got to be me. So you got to be you and not these people. Make sense? You need to lean into your own personality, not try to be one of these guys. Cool. And again, we're not talking about if you like or dislike these people. Some of you love Alex Jones, some of you hate Alex Jones, same with Andrew Tate. Not relevant to this conversation. These are people who are famous on the internet. You have to understand why they're famous. Understand? Okay, next. Oh, I added Mr. Beast in there. I forgot to add him. Mr. Beast, same thing. Personality and work ethic. Here's some other 2 names. Jeff Cavaliere, who I like. I like both these guys. But Jeff Cavaliere is the Athlete X guy. Fantastic. Fitness guy. Okay, great. Andrew Henderson, my buddy. Know My Campus, right? How did they get famous? Because, I say, don't do fitness because fitness is oversaturated. It's a terrible niche. Well, Jeff Cavaliere did it. He made all this money. He's all rich, Andrew Henderson, right? 5 flags. How did he get famous? How did Jeff and Andrew get famous? You know how they got famous? They started a very, very, very long time ago and busted their asses for a long time, years and years with virtually no income, and then they became famous. So if you want to copy someone where it took him 20 years, 15 years, whatever to get famous, or again, in my world, profitable. I just said I was making a 6-figure income, I think within 2 years. I'd have to bust my ass making hundreds of YouTube videos for 5, 6, 7 years, or hundreds of podcasts for 5, 6, 7 years before I started getting big money. I didn't do that. So if you say I'm going to be a fitness and I'm going to use Jeff Cavaliere as the example, wrong. Jeff Cavaliere is one of the best in business. He got started 20 fucking years ago. How long he did? Long time. He's been around a long time. Andrew Henderson, most people understand this about Andrew. Andrew's been around a long fucking time. He's making YouTube videos back in like 2013 or something. And podcasts before that. He's been around a long time. He just got big in the last few years since COVID. Right? People think, oh, this guy just came out of nowhere and started a business. No. So what you want is, you don't want to copy someone necessarily who took 10 years to get to the profitability. I wouldn't copy that person. Nothing against these people. I love both these guys. I think these guys are very impressive people. Cool. It's the danger of copying other people. So you don't want to copy someone you can't copy. Instead, you want to use a fast path to success that you can replicate. Not Ty Lopez with $17 million. Not Andrew Tate with his overwhelming personality. You. That'll work for you. And what I mean by that is financially. Okay? Like I said, I didn't spend any money I was making 6 figures before I spent my first penny on ads. Okay? Or in terms of your own brand, we'll talk about branding in a second. In terms of your time constraints. Some of these guys were working on this, 15 hours a day for years on end. Do you have 15 hours a day? A lot of you guys have jobs, right? A lot of you guys have wives, girlfriends, children, right? You have stuff you got to do. So your time constraints fit within your time constraints. Right? All right. Last one is the correct topic, brand, audience mix. Let's talk about that. There's a lot of confusion about this. So a brand first. Okay, your branding. How this is, I'm going to try my best to convey this in the service. I'm going to talk about in a minute. We get more depth about this. I'm just going to overview this here. Branding as a content provider really comes down to how you are different, how you are unusual, how you are unique, or at least different. That applies to several things. Your look. How do you look? And the thing about your look is it doesn't be good, it just has to be different. So let's look at Alex Hormozi. Alex Hormozi is this gigantic, ripped guy with an Arnold Schwarzenegger body. He has a big, giant, bushy beard. He's got long, curly black hair, and he wears a hat. He has a very distinct look, right? That helps, right? Now, it doesn't have to be good, it has to be different. John Tron, if you guys know who that is, famous YouTuber, big, chubby bastard. There's a lot of these big, chubby, fat YouTubers, and they do great because they have a distinct look. I'm not saying you need to be chubby. I'm saying you have a distinct look. Andrew Henderson, has a distinct look, kind of this Europeanish, nerdy-ish kind of guy, right? He has a definite look about him, right? Andrew Tate has a shaved head. And I predicted he would grow a beard like Roosh, and he did. So whatever. So you have a distinct look. Doesn't be good. It has to be distinct and unusual, different. Even guys who are like, scientists, like Bill Nye the Science Guy. Again, we're not talking if you like him or dislike him. He has a unique, distinct look about him, right? He's a very distinct brand. Make sense? I have a relatively unique look. Kind of chubby, with a big face, right? Normally I have these big rings on my fingers, right? I have a distinct look. Your delivery style, this is even better. You have a look and you have a delivery style. I have a very unique and distinctive delivery style. So that means you have a very distinct voice. Now, when I say voice, I mean literally your voice, an overall voice. If you read a blog article that I've written, you can tell I wrote it because I have a unique voice. If you read an email that I wrote, you can tell I wrote it because I have a unique voice. I have a very distinct voice. When I was a blogger, I had a very distinct voice. On video, I have a very distinct presentation. I'm very confident. I'm very loud. I use my hands. I'm in your face. I call you stupid sometimes. I say, shut the fuck up. I swear. Gary Vee swears. Gary Vee doesn't have a distinct look, but he has a very distinct delivery style, doesn't he? Right? Ideally, you want both. Bill Nye the Science Guy, same thing, very distinct delivery style. All these people, all these guys. Andrew Tate yells and screams about everything, right? And says he's right, he's awesome, he's perfect. Alex Jones gets all pissed off all the time. Cenk Uygur, all these political people, they're mad all the time because politics is for angry people. Distinct delivery style. If you just sit there and talk like this and very clinical, this is going to work. You have to be unique. Now, you can be silly, you can be quirky, you'll be loud, by the way. Let me be clear. Again, don't copy me. Don't be loud and brash. You can be quiet. There are women on the internet who are female, who are very quiet and cute. These little Japanese girls who talk like this. That's their delivery style. It's fine. Something unique to you. You can be very, definitive. You can be nerdy. You can be quirky. You can be a punk rock. You can be loud. You can be quiet, as long as it's distinctive. Okay? Or else no one's going to pay attention to you. Your aesthetics. This is the details. So what's behind you in your videos? I have my swords and shit behind my videos, right? What is the look of your website or your blog? What are the colors you use? Your logos, the photos of you around the internet, your aesthetics, things that are around you, the people you have around you. If you have other people on your team, okay. If you're selling a brand that has to do with lifestyle or men or something, like the women around you, stuff like that. What's around you? You have to factor that into your brand. That's an important component. Okay. You don't just, I've seen guys try to get big on YouTube and they're filming themselves in front of their bed and their bed's unmade and their pillows on the floor. No. Pay attention to what's behind you. Even for this this little thing I'm doing while I'm traveling, I found a cool, interesting wall to film behind. I've got this funky ass lighting, right? What's around you? Cool. What is around you? Stop trying. Here's the big. Stop trying to be cool, smart, or professional. A lot of people, especially people who went to college, well, I don't want to present like that. That's not professional. I'm a business person. I went to college. Excuse me. No. Stop trying to be professional. Now, professional is your style. Then lean into that. But don't try to branch out because you think it's not professional or cool. A lot of guys try to act cool. You may notice I don't try to act cool because I don't care. If I tried to act cool, I would just focus on not 100% on losing a whole bunch of weight, and that's all I would do. And I wear cool shirts. Yeah, man. I don't do that. I don't care. My voice. I don't care. Start trying to be cool. Start trying to look smart. Start trying to look, like you have it all. I make mistakes all the time. I make errors. I say stupid shit, but I'm authentic and I'm real, and I have a distinct delivery style and look. Make sense? Be distinctive. That's it. Be distinctive. You can't just sit here with a normal shirt and just talk to the camera, or just have a normal running style on your blog. It won't work. Make sense? All right. Topic. Now, first you have your brand, now you have your topic. What do you talk about? You must, and this is a broken record about this, I keep talking about this over and over again, you must be niched as hell. Micro niched. Hang on a second. I have to ban a few people from the chat. We're putting a lot of weirdos. Hang on. The beauty of live video. Okay. You must narrowly niche in any business, and being a content provider that makes money is no exception. You cannot just say, I'm here to help guys lose weight. It's not a niche. I'm here to help you make more money in your business. Not a niche. Be aware, you can't say, but Alex Hormozi does niche. What did I just cover? Alex Hormozi had hundreds of millions of dollars spent on advertising. Do you? No. So you can't follow that model. You need to narrowly niche. Okay? Narrow as possible. A narrow group of people with a very specific problem, right? As narrow as you can. So, losing weight, make more money. Even a topic like crypto. Crypto's not a niche anymore. What? Are you trying to do an AI crypto bot? Are you trying to do crypto day trading? Are you going to focus in on Litecoin? What? What is the narrow niche? Okay. Hang on a second. Got to ban more people. This is fun. Haters make you money. All right. What specific problem are you solving for that niche? It's not just, you're not just going to rile up. This is the problem with politics and political channels. They have a niche, but there's no problem they're solving. They're just going to rile people up. Red Pill is also guilty of this. Let's find a niche of people who are really mad about something and let's rile them up. What problem are you solving? I solve a very specific problem in all my brands. Depends on the brand. Alpha Male 2.0, how to date multiple attractive women all at the same time if you're a man without any cheating or drama, long term. Sovereign CEO, how to move out of your country, at least set up an international backup plan, and do all that for very little money. I'm solving a very specific problem. I don't just have a specific niche of people, I'm also solving a very specific problem. Cool? So you want to make sure that what problem, you have to define what problem that you're solving in 2 sentences or less. What do I say in Sovereign CEO? How to move to a less bad country, set up an international backup plan, and do all these things for very little money. That's it. That's 2 sentences or less, right? So what problem are you solving? 2 sentences. Now, some of you smart guys, some of you listings, are going to say, well, it would, the problem I'm solving is, and you talk for like 2 minutes. It's like 4 paragraphs of information. No. It's a problem being smart. You got to narrow that down to 2 sentences or less, or it's not a real problem. Well, Caleb, but you understand it's very complex. Then you should find some other problem to fix because you can't sell a complex idea. Okay? I can state all my problems in 1 sentence or in 1 or 2 sentences. It's not hard, right? How is it a unique problem? Losing weight. Is losing weight a unique problem for a niche? No. Every American on earth pretty much is lose weight, myself included. Right? So that's not a unique problem. Make more money. Who needs to make more money? Everybody. So that's not a unique problem. Right? All of my 2 online brands are very unique problems for a very particular kind of person, very narrow niches, right? And I wouldn't have it any other way. I would never want to start a business on how to make more money. Fuck that. No, thank you. Audience. Who is your audience? Needs to be narrowly defined. So demographic, you start with that. Age, sex. I like to use the word sex instead of gender because gender brings up political shit. Age, sex, nationality, region, or income, or all those things. So, Caleb, what if it's B2C? If you're doing B2C as a personality branded business, you're really talking to people. So it's really all B2B, even if you're selling a B2C service. So Andrew Henderson is selling, in a way, a B2C service, but he's talking to individuals. So am I, for Sovereign CEO. So it's still a person. So is this a man or a woman, or both? How old is this man or woman? What is the age range? Narrow as you can make it. What country are they from, or what race are they, or what nationality are they? What region are they from? What region do they live? How much money do they make? Andrew Henderson only focuses on guys who make 7 figures. Good for him. Okay. So you need to narrow that down. You need to define exactly what that is. Cool? What do they want? What do they desire? Now that you've narrowed this niche down, what do they want? This is psychographics. What are their biggest problems? What do they bitch about? What do they like? What are the things they enjoy? And what are the things they hate? Or more importantly, who do they hate? So in my online brands, I don't feel this way most of the time, but most people in my audience are right-leaning or libertarian-leaning. They hate woke stuff. I do too, but I hate a lot of right-wing stuff too. So who do they hate? Who do they view as the enemy? If you're in my audience, you probably view people like, you get on World Economic Forum as an enemy. Okay, fine. Who does your audience hate? Who do they love? So who can you align yourself with? You want to be on their side. And it has to be legitimate. I'm a hardcore libertarian, so I'm legitimately on the side of anything against anything having to do with big government, right? I don't have to pretend that. I'm more libertarian than the vast majority of people in my own audience. Okay? As long as it's authentic. By the way, people can tell you're full of shit. People know. Now, really young people may not be able to tell if that's your niche. Outside of that, people know, or at least they figure it out pretty quick. You better be authentic with this stuff. Don't make this shit up. Have this something that's coming from you. You can tell I'm authentic by everything I say. You can tell. Also, I've been saying it for 15 years, but even if I wasn't, you found my content a few weeks ago, start going through my stuff. You get emails all the time. Oh my God, I just found you. I'm going through your YouTube videos. That you can tell this is coming from who I really am. I'm not making this shit up. I'm not pretending to be someone else. Okay. What scares or concerns your audience? It's important because there's opportunity there. So I've told this story before. 2019 or 20, I did a poll of my audience, and I said, "What is your biggest concern? What are you scared of? What are you excited about? What do you like?" So several questions. And I said, "Write me an email and answer those questions, and I will read personally every email." And I got hundreds of emails from my audience, and it took me hours to do this. I personally read every email. I don't normally do something like this because I wanted to know where you guys were in 2020-ish. And I would track on a spreadsheet the number of times I got the same answers to those questions. And one of the number one things you guys said, this is back when I was doing hardcore Alpha Male 2.0 stuff, is my country sucks, I want out. Or I want a path out, I want an option. It's the number one thing you guys said you were concerned about. I said, great, Sovereign CEO. And that Sovereign CEO business had made me a lot of money. And I did that by listening to you. So that's what you need to do. Listen to your audience. If I have a superpower in business, that's it. I'm really good at, historically, the last 15, 20, 25 years of my life, listening to my audience, listening to my customers, and just, listening to what they want and doing what they want. Okay. Then you go narrow as possible, and you only speak. This is important because guys fuck this up. You only speak to them and no one else. Okay? You don't speak to the whole world. You don't speak to, the people who won't be offended. You speak to just your niche and nothing else. That's how I got big as a blogger. I made a lot of money on a blog, years, and I only spoke to my niche. I didn't speak to anyone else. I didn't speak to women as a dating blog for men. I didn't speak to women. I didn't speak to married men. I didn't speak to old men. I didn't speak to Democrats. I didn't speak to Republicans either. I only spoke to my niche and nothing else. Okay? All I did. That's what works. You kind of tunnel vision on that group. And then they know, oh, this guy's talking to me. Cool. I want in. I want more. That's how this works. That's how you make this work. Okay. All right. Real fast. We'll go through this really quick. We'll open up Q&A. I will personally show you how to do this. How to make 6 or 7 figures. I mean that literally as an online creator brand. I will personally show you how to do this over the next few weeks. This is a service that is kind of an experiment. I'm going to see if there's interest in this. If there isn't, I will never do this again. If there is interest in this, I will do it again, but I'm going to jack the price way up because I'm charging very little for this. Okay. This is a service for a few different types of people. If you're already online, you already have a brand, and you want to monetize that or scale what you're doing in terms of finances, not followers. And this is for you. If you don't have a business yet or an online business and you want to start with, this is also for you. It's specifically for you. If you don't sell anything, I have an online business, but I don't sell anything. I don't sell courses or I don't sell, fine. If you just want ad revenue, this applies to you as well. All these things, okay? Or if you do want to sell something, or you are selling something, or you haven't yet, but you're going to, on your own or as an affiliate, if you want to sell other people's stuff, that is fine too. Okay, that's what this is for. Here's everything that's included in the program. It's a 1-month, very intensive program that starts literally this Thursday. I'll give the dates in a second. 1 month. It's not like Business Builder where it's 90 days or the 500K, so it's a year. I get in this with you a hardcore for a month while I'm in Mexico. I'm in Mexico for the next 6 weeks. My project is this, working with you guys to get your content creator businesses started or rolling so you're making real money in a month. Okay? We're going to do at least, maybe more, but at least 4 group coaching sessions. There'll be about 2 hours each. Hardcore, they're going to be long. And it's me doing this. No one else will be doing this, just me. No one else on my team is qualified to talk about this particular topic. It has to be me. So I'm going to be doing this myself with you guys. There might be other people on my team on the calls, but I'm going to be doing this. Okay, this is you and me, a small group. Okay, I don't think it'll be a huge group of people doing this. I could be wrong though. Here's the promise I'll make. If I get a mountain of people signing up for this next few days, it's possible it's happened. I'll break it up into small groups because I've found that small groups work better, and I'll just double what I'm doing. Fine. Okay. During this, one of the features we'll have during these sessions is a hot seat. That means we take you, we go through your business. This is optional if you only want to do this, your business or business idea, and we go around, we get ideas and feedback from the group on and plus my feedback on your business. So that's part of the section. So we really get into each and every one of these companies. Okay. Obviously, if you miss the sessions, you get recordings of them. That is perfectly fine. You can email in your questions to me personally before every session, and I will be sure to answer them on the thing in case you're going to miss the session or something. So you don't need to actually sign up, join the session live. You can write in your questions. I'll address them on the recording. You can watch the recording. Okay. You will get a copy of the notes. I have a whole curriculum I've already written out for this, all designed. You'll get a copy of all those after every session. Or I don't know if I'll give it after every session. And I'll give it every session. Every session will get something. Okay. Also, what I've decided to throw in, this is not on the website that you go to when you sign up. This is extra. There's a bonus I'm throwing in there. I will do a full assessment of your existing business or your business idea. You write it over email. You kind of lay out what you want to do, and I will respond to you in email on what I think you should do, the weaknesses, the strengths, how you should modify it, or maybe do it or won't do it. We'll do that over email. Cool? I'm throwing that in for free. Okay. I would normally charge around $5,000 minimum, and I mean that. That would be minimum for this because this is going to take my personal time. This could take several hours of my time, my personal time over the next 4 weeks. Minimum, I mean, probably charge $7 or $8 grand for something like this. If I were to do this personally, at least 5,000. But because this is the first time I'm doing this, I'm doing this just to gauge to see if you guys want this. $14.97, insane, super cheap. Okay? And let me say this again: I'm either never doing this again, or if I do this again, it's going to be way more fucking money than this. This is literally the last chance you will get the opportunity to do this with me for that low of a price. Literally. Or maybe if ever. If I don't get a few people signing up, I'll do it, but I'm never doing it again because you guys have told me you're interested. Cool. Hard deadline to enroll is this Wednesday night, August 16th. I don't know when you're watching the recording of this video. That's literally in 3 days from now. This is Sunday. This is, what is the date? August 13th. You got 3 days. Okay, by midnight or 11:59 p.m. EST, Wednesday night the 16th. The reason for that is our first session is the 17th when I'm in Mexico. We're rolling right into this. We're not going to fart around with this. I got to get you guys the money as fast as we can. Cool? All right. Just in a few days. So your last opportunity, you only have a few days. Boom. Okay. No, you cannot make payments. I'm already charging very low for this. Okay. The link is, let me actually copy that link. I didn't have time to make a pretty link. If you're watching the recording this, the link is below. It's sovereignCEO.io/creator. Let me actually put that link in the chat really quick. Hang on. And then we'll do Q&A. So go ahead and write your questions in. Give me a minute here. And I will rewind and answer your questions. And I'll stay for as long as I can. 1 second. Where's my notepad? Here it is. And all right, just posted it in the chat. You can also, if you're watching the recording, the link is below, sovereignCEO.io/creator. August 16th, and then you're done. That's it. I'm sorry. Cool? Cool. All right. Let me get on my Scrooge McDuck glasses because I'm old. I will rewind the questions. So go ahead and put your questions in the chat, and I'll stop for as long as I can. Hang on, I gotta remember where I left off. Can people start making money using vlogs and TikTok? Yes, since I like traveling and traveled a bit this year amongst other places, a friend of mine said I should look into vlogs and reels. Okay, so here's the thing. Yes, that works. Is travel blogging niched? No. So if you're gonna do travel vlogging, narrowly niched. My travels as I have sex with beautiful girls across Latin America, that's a niche. Or my travels looking at archaeological ancient ruins throughout Asia, that's niched. And then how do you monetize that? What are you selling? You selling ads? You selling a course? You're selling affiliate? What are you doing? So those two things we're talking about. Cool. Let's see. Do you think Andrew Tate would start doing content creation based on religion of fears? Yes. He is going the Roosh route, especially now as he's interviewing, right? Yes. He is following the Roosh playbook step by step. I said that a year or two ago, and I was right. Yeah, I believe you. Is there anyone who still calls me BD? Lots of people still call me BD. I'm still Black Dragon. I'm not Black Dragon anymore. I'm still him. Let's see. Hang on. How do you sell things to your audience on YouTube? Do you make sales video, offer freebie, get their email? Okay, so here's how you do this. Good question. There's several ways to do it. You can copy the way I do it. So what I do is I do content. Every once in a while, I throw up a sales video. It's very brief. There's no thumbnail to it. And I put that in my YouTube channel, and I will also possibly put it in the YouTube community feed, and then also send it out to my mailing list. Your mailing list is the most important thing, more important than YouTube. So make sure you're building a mailing list. So you'll send out an announcement mailing list and then your YouTube channel. Yes. But again, most of your content should be real content, not sales, or else people will stop paying attention. As I would. Make sense? Is it mandatory to create a curriculum for an 8 to 12-week coaching programs? How do I create this coaching curriculum? Yes, it does have to be advanced. It can be just a full butte. Depends on how you are. I can operate from a bulleted list and talk for an hour. If you're not that way, you need to be a little more expanded. Depends on you, how you speak and how you teach. Everyone's different. Some people need to read verbatim like a teleprompter. Fine. Some people can do bullet points like I can. Some people can just talk from off the cuff. Whatever you need. So you have to know what you want. You need to have something, at least an outline, yes. Can we get a discount for the 90 minutes bill right now? There are no discounts for this. I'm sorry. I've already discounted it about $4,500. No, $3,500. So there are no discounts. I'm sorry. This is tax equitable though. This is a check with your accountant. This is a business program. You can write this off in your taxes. Would any filmmakers find this useful? I'm going to say no. That's not really what this course is for, unless you're going to be a content provider and what you're selling is something in the film industry. Then yes. But if you're purely just an indie filmmaker, no. What day of the week will the session be? Well, the first session I think is going to be a Thursday. What I'm going to do is ask the group. So I have not scheduled the next 3 sessions, just the first one. And I might even flex on that first one. If I have a bunch of guys and I say, hey guys, you want to do this on Saturday instead? I'll do it. So I'm going to ask the group what day of the week and the time of day for the time zone. It'll be up to you. I didn't mention that. Glad you asked. So it's up to you. I'm going to have you guys, I'm going to poll you guys, and you guys let me know. It's a small enough group, I think, where we can make that work. Yeah. I'll say that. I'll even move the targeted first appointment on Thursday. That'll give me a few more days to feel better too. If you guys want to, be like, hey, fuck, I want to start Thursday. Great, we'll do it. So it's up to you. What are the steps from making $5K a month on YouTube to making $5K a month? How do you monetize? What you have to determine that first. What are you going to sell? Okay, are you going to sell your own stuff? Are you going to sell affiliate? What are you going to do? You're going to rep someone else? That's the question. You answer that question first. And then you do content, pitch. Content, pitch. Content, pitch. Gary Vee called this jab, left hook, right? The model I've been following since 2009. I've made a lot of money with that model. Good content to a narrow niche with a narrow problem, help them solve that problem. Content, and you pitch. And if you watch my stuff, I pitch hard. I do content. I don't pitch at all. Content. And it's good content. I pour my heart and soul into this stuff. I'm giving you content right now. Okay. This took me a long time to come up with this stuff. Go through this stuff. Content. It's good. And then I sell hard. And then I leave you alone. And I give you more content. That's it. How do you do this? How do you monetize? Is older retired women keeping up with grandkids through movement, balance, vision training a possible near enough niche? If they have money, yes. Matter of fact, my mom, of all people, is thinking about starting a business. Talk to her right now. Counseling older women who have money. Have you and or will you ever consult with someone who does adult content? Sure. Have I? I've dated women in that world. Have I consulted? Yes, I have. Yes, I have done that. I'm certainly doing it. Great, do you love D&D? By the way, not a bad movie. I did not. I only watched the first 15 minutes movie, but yeah. Really quick. So some of you already asked questions at the beginning. Really fast, we're going with the questions. 2 things. We have the Get Residency Dubai service, which is still open. That is still open. Number 1. Number 2, if you do want to coach with me one-on-one, I have one more slot open. You have to, it's at least $10,000. Can't afford $10,000, I'm fine. I'm sorry. But if you can, I've got one more slot that's still open. So if you're interested in that, send me an email, theonlyblackdragon@gmail.com. Theonlyblackdragon@gmail.com, and put in coaching or send to Caleb, and we'll hook you up. Okay. You can schedule a call with me, all that stuff. But anyway, that, and then we're also doing 2 Mexico events in Guadalajara, Mexico in a few weeks. And that's those the next day or 2. We'll do a mastermind and a lower cost business seminar in Guadalajara, Mexico. So I'll be there for 6 weeks. Cool. Okay. Let's see. If you niche travel to Black travelers looking to have a good time and get laid, is that a niche? Not quite enough. You need to niche a little more than that. What milestones must be achieved as a content creator business before setting up the Dubai Corp without moving to Dubai? None. That's a completely separate topic. You can set up a corporation. You don't need to have a checking account attached to it if you don't want to. None. Nothing to do with it. Would it be effective, especially if you portray the chill, laid back black guy? Also, naturally, my personality could work related to this job. What I said earlier. Yeah, that's fine. I don't know you, but everything I said, you better be distinctive. You can't be the typical black guy. That's not distinctive. What makes you unique among black guys? My favorite black guy on the internet is Mr. Lucario. Very distinctive guy, isn't he? Right? He's not just a typical black guy. He's fucking awesome, right? So as an example. Do you agree with Alex Ramosi when he says you should stick to giving out free content and only sell your audience when they specifically ask you to sell for it? No, that is his business model, not mine. I have made millions not doing that. I sell you shit every week. Works fine. He's following a very different business model because he's not selling his book. Alex Ramosi, you can't compare my business model to his or yours to his because he's not selling a book. You think he's selling a book. He's not. He's giving that thing away for almost for free. What he is selling is he's giving away his content for free. He's hoping you'll make a business that makes at least $3 million. Then he's going to come in and own that business. That's what he's selling. So his business model, you cannot compare to anything you are probably doing or I'm doing. So no, I do not agree. It works for him. This is what I said about don't copy people, right? You can't copy Alex Ramosi. You can't. You just can't. And again, nothing wrong, Alex. It's great. It's a genius business model, but it's not your model. It's not mine. Right? Let's see. Is a community membership subscription model something you see working often for content creators, influencers? Yes. Yes, I do. That's something you can definitely sell. It better be good and it better be niched. Let me say that again. It better be good. It better be niched. How to get laid is not a niche. How to lose weight is not a niche. Travel is not a niche. It better be niched. I have the Unchained Man Society, niche as fuck. I have Founders Sanctum, very niched. I have 9-Day Business Builder, pretty niched. Okay. I have 500K Business Accelerator, niched. Everything I have is I have all kinds of programs, but they're all niched and they're good. Okay. Lucario looks like the typical New York City black guy. No, he does not. I've met him in person. He does not look like the typical. Are you kidding? Wrong. He does not look like the typical New York City black guy. Did you see Justin Trudeau at the theater when you saw Barbie? No. I did not. I don't wear glasses. You're imagining this. I don't wear glasses. These are my reading glasses. I'm old. I'm 52. No, I'm 51. How old am I? 51. All right. What else? Are there any more questions? If not, we will let this go. You got 3 days or less to sign up for this service. I may never offer this again. If you only get a few people signing up, I will never do this again. If you get a lot of people signing up, I will do it again, but it's going to be a hell of a lot more money than fucking $14.97. Show you exactly how I make and how you can make literally 6 or 7 figures as an on-time content creator. I can show you how to do this. I'm good at this. This is in the back of my head for a long time because a lot of you have been asking about this. I mentioned this. I did an online poll in my audience a few weeks ago saying, hey, would you spend $50? And enough of you said yes, or most likely, we'll try this. But I'm not kidding. This may be your last chance. This is definitely your last chance at this price point. No question about that. And yes, if you're in Business Builder or have been in Business Builder, this is a compatible program if that is your business. Cool. Any other questions? Well, here's a few more. Would your course help me as a private lender helping boomers leverage Canadian real estate to make passive income while they exit the country? This course, yes, if you're the face of the business. Yes, you have something to sell. Awesome. If you're the face of the business, your face is gonna be on LinkedIn, YouTube, whatever, you're gonna create content. Yes. Doesn't matter what you sell, as long as whether or not you're the face of the business. If you want to be like Jeff Bezos before he became Jeff Bezos, and you're just in an office somewhere and the brand is Amazon and no one knows you are, then no, that's not for this course. This is for if you are the face of the business. And again, you don't have to be the brand. You can either be the brand like I am, I'm the brand, or you can do like, the Elon Musk thing where your company is the brand, but you're the face of the brand. Make sense? What month would you do the Armenia residency? I don't know yet. We haven't planned out next year, but we are doing that. We're doing that when I get settled in Mexico and all this moosh is behind me. My very next project, Billy and I are going to sit down and map out all of 2024. We have kind of a skeleton, but we'll map all that. We'll make all those announcements. We got a lot of cool shit next year. We got a lot of cool shit in Dubai too. I haven't announced. We got some Dubai stuff this year in November. Got a lot of stuff going on. So, all right, I will wait 30 more seconds before I wrap this up. I know there's a delay between when you type the questions and when I see them, so I'll wait 30 more seconds. I'm gonna wrap this up and I'm gonna take a nap. Just kidding. I don't take naps. I'm gonna go drink a lot of water and help my throat. Amazed that my wife, oh, maybe she has texted. Let's see here. Oh, no, she hasn't. Any more? All right, I'll let you guys go. The link is below if you're watching the recording. sovereignCEO.io/creator. You have until the evening of this Wednesday, August 16th. That is the hard deadline. I cannot accept you after that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. How long is each session? About 2 hours. Hour and a half to 2 hours. These are longer sessions. I'm hitting you hard with this stuff. I have a lot of material to give you, a lot of technique, a lot of how-to. I got a lot of stuff. We're going to do hot seats. This is intensive. This is not some, oh, okay, just do this. I'm going to kick your ass. Not kick your ass. This is not a program where I kick your ass. This is not a coaching program. But I'm going to give you all this stuff fast. So I want you, my goal for you, this has always been my goal, is get you from zero to the money as quickly as possible. Okay? If you're fashionable and known for dressing really slick, can you use this as a brand ambassador on social media? Yes. When is the next Parker recipe? I don't know. Probably February. We'll let you know. Do you add any tech and tools? A little. I don't like to focus on those things because there's such a big difference in what people want. But I do talk about tech tools. Yes. I do address some. Yes. Yes. All right, guys. Landing pages and email automation. Yes, I do talk about those things. I do address that. I do address that. Yes, I do. I do. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go. The link is below. You have less than 3 days left. Maybe I'll be seeing you on Thursday or shortly after. And I can help you do this. This is what I do. This is my life. And you know what? Bottom line for this stuff, it's not that hard. When you know what to do, it's not that you think it's hard. It's not. Again, I have only a few thousand YouTube followers, and we're doing over 1 million a year. It's not that tough. Cool? Cool. All right, guys. Have fun.